watching Louisiana Living with Ashley Dowdy on Fox 14. Today's Cooking with Olivia, sponsored by Max Fresh Market.
We're back in the kitchen with 11-year-old Olivia Roberson, and it smells divine in here. She's cooking up a wonderful twist to my favorite spaghetti and meatballs. Olivia, blow them away.
Okay, so hey y'all, welcome back to Olivia's Job and Cooking Show. Now I'm so excited because these are one of my favorite dishes, like Miss Ashley says, one of her favorite dishes too. And this, I'm looking out for moms because when you come home from a long day of work and you're exhausted, this is a very good dish to whip up. It's like a 5 or 10 minute deal. Anyway, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off with the ingredients. Make sure you use salt. Salt is one good ingredient that you should always use.
Great.
Parsley is a very fresh dish. This is ground parsley. Then Indian seasoning.
Oh, I love that. Indian seasoning.
Parsley flakes. We're a big fan of parsley. It's just a very fresh and minty taste. Then garlic and pepper seasoning salt. That is a very good one.
Love garlic.
And what you're going to use is you're going to use like 1 teaspoon of, actually 2 teaspoons of garlic, and just put them in there. Then as you just mix it up, and then 1 whole onion. And before you do all that, make sure you spray your pan with some 100% olive oil, and this really works.
Don't want it to stick.
And my favorite is Mama Mia's pasta sauce. It is amazing. It is so good. It just makes everything. It has seasonings in there that combine with these, and it just makes it so good.
Can't wait to taste
And olive oil, as you put this in there, make sure you put this because it just keeps everything from sticking. It's a good taste to it too. And farm-rich Italian-style meatballs is amazing. And pasta noodles. When you put your pasta noodles in there, make sure as you're doing it, don't use too much. Just use, if you want to use the whole bag, you can. But we kind of leave some in there, and as we put some in there.
So
and then
it's sticky, huh?
Yeah, and when you boil it, you get it boiled, and you put salt, olive oil, and then water, and then it combines, and then you mix it up. And this is with the noodles. And as we're over here, the next thing I'm gonna do is, as I have this simmering in, make sure you get those meatballs cooked really good. And then Miss Ashley, if you would help me pour this in here.
Okay.
Here, hold that mint because it's kind of hot. Oh, this is kind of heavy.
Here. Okay.
And you can just grab it by that spoon, and I got
it. Oh wow, sizzling. Oh, that looks wonderful. I can see the sauteed onions and the parsley and the garlic. Oh. All right, I've got it all in there.
Okay.
Nice and even.
So that was kind of really hot. So anyway, what I'm going to do is Miss Ashley, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop some parsley.
Fresh parsley for a little
Fresh
color,
parsley it brings it like a really good color. I'm just going to chop a little bit more, and that'll be it.
Just a little rough chop.
Yeah.
I like the way that this is sizzling.
And then you're just going to use a little fresh parsley. And then what you want to do is if you want to, you can grind some parsley in here.
Okay.
And then as I do that, I'm going to put some of these parsley flakes. Parsley is just so good.
We're going to have to talk about the Indian seasoning here after the show, because that is very interesting.
I know.
I love that. That's a nice twist.
So you just let that, what you do is you let that simmer, and then you put it in the oven for 350 degrees for how long as you want. I would say about 10 to 15 minutes, as long as you want, and just let it bake, and then it comes out. And before you put that in, you always put your cheese on. So actually, you can put the Parmesan cheese.
Is this Parmesan?
Just pour the whole thing. Make sure it gets all covered up.
Cheesy.
Uh-huh.
And I like the cast iron skillet. Everything is always better in cast iron skillet.
And then we're just going to pour some of these. Make sure you kind of get it covered the most, not too any thicky chunks. And there we go.
Perfect is that?
Oh, here.
That looks
we
wonderful.
can use this. And where's your plate?
And we got, I don't have a, let's put it in here.
Okay.
I'm dying to taste this.
Here, let me grab it.
And what an easy meal. I mean, this is great for a mother. I'm a mother. I come home after a long day of work, and this is such it's an easy but delicious meal, and this is something you could serve to friends. And
yes, and like if I could,
they would think you have slaved over the oven for hours.
Yeah, like if I go to a friend's house, we usually cook there. I like to cook breakfast or dinner, and I just love it.
This is wonderful.
Thank you so much. And here's some garlic bread if you want.
I love garlic bread. You can taste all the different seasonings,
And
the parsley and the...
And especially when you combine these Indians, it combines with all the flavors like the sauce and the meatballs, and it just makes it one fabulous dish.
It is a fabulous dish, and it took us, what, 5 minutes to put together?
Yeah, it was easy.
It is easy, and it's great. And you can find that recipe on our website, myarklamiss.com. Thank you, Olivia, for joining us.
You're welcome.
And Olivia will be back, so stay with us. We'll have more Louisiana living after these messages.